Hello and welcome. This video is a compilation of over 20 of the best and worst free web hosts with an honest review of each host. You will know the good as well as the bad, and I will be revealing some web hosting features that are more important than you may realize. The intent of this video is to provide you with useful information about free web hosting, and, more importantly, to make you aware of what to look for when you are shopping for a web host. If that is of interest to you, I invite you to keep watching. The information in this video is based on Mr. P's experience and opinion. To the best of our knowledge, the information that I will be sharing is correct and accurate. We are going to begin with Google Sites. This is a free website from Google, which has been available since 2008. The website is easy to use, all of your tools are in the right column, which includes everything you need and the ability to embed HTML. This gives your Google site almost unlimited options. There does not seem to be a limit on storage or bandwidth. In other words, you can make your site as big as you want, and you will not run out of storage space. Your Google site does not have any traffic limits, which relates to bandwidth. The site is, of course, Google Analytics ready, which you will find in your settings. Google Sites have no real negatives, because your site will not run into future storage or traffic issues. Google Sites are one of Mr. P's top recommendations. Before we continue, allow me to make you aware of storage and bandwidth. Most free web hosts are excellent and will provide you with premium hosting and almost 100% uptime. What you need to be aware of is that most free web hosts will provide you with a limited amount of storage and bandwidth. Another caveat about some free hosts is that their paid options can be more expensive, sometimes much more expensive than the competition. When you are starting out, storage and bandwidth do not seem to be an issue. But they can easily become an expensive issue as your site grows and as your traffic increases. So, keep in mind that you may want to avoid free web hosting with insufficient storage and/or bandwidth. The next host that I want to share with you is called Strikingly. The hosting is awesome. The site builder claims to be the easiest. It is one of the best, but there are a couple of other site builders that are number one as well. They are included in this video, and we will get to those web hosts soon. With Strikingly, it is easy to create an impressive website in minutes, even if you are a total beginner. The negative side of Strikingly is that the free plan is quite limited. Strikingly boasts of unlimited free sites with a free strikingly.com domain. However, the free plan is limited to 5 GB monthly bandwidth and to 500 MB total storage per site. Also, you have a limit on multiple pages, which is 5 pages per site, and a limit on your simple store of 1 product per site. It is surprisingly easy to use up 500 MB of storage, and a busy website can use up 75 to 100 GB of bandwidth in a single day. If website growth is part of your plan, Mr. P does not believe that Strikingly will be a good fit. Number 3 on our list is wordpress.com. WordPress provides excellent hosting. You get a WordPress site, it is free and it is ready to go. Your free WordPress site comes with what are called plugins. Plugins are software that you can install easily and almost instantly, which give your site hundreds, perhaps thousands of add-ons and options. Whatever options that you might want for your site are probably available. Also, all your tools are readily available in the left column on your WordPress dashboard. In other words, building your site with WordPress is easy. According to WordPress, the free version of WordPress will have a WordPress logo. Most free sites will come with a web host logo, or that the site is by WordPress or such and such web hosting, which is typically not a problem. WordPress may also, on occasion, place a discrete ad on your site, most free websites used to come with forced ads. Now, most free websites do not have ads. Mr. P recommends that you consider adding WordPress to your list. Next is Squarespace. Squarespace is wonderful. You will love everything about them, except free is not free. It is a 14-day free trial. You may already be aware that many so-called free web hosts are not free. In some cases, the free hosting turns out to be a free trial. In some cases, it turns out to be almost free. In both cases, be careful. The trial ends and the almost free hosting is often less hosting than what you can get for free. Number 5 on our list of free web hosts is BraveNet. BraveNet is a little different than some free hosting because it offers a free plan, but after you register and confirm your email, you will be brought to paid plans. There is a free plan. To access it, go back to your control panel, and you can begin using your website. Mr. P was unable to learn how much storage and bandwidth is available from BraveNet. The site builder is excellent. It is easy to use and will give you professional results, but since you are brought to paid options instead of your free sites, and since the limits on the BraveNet free version are unclear, Mr. P does not suggest that you put this host very high on your list. Number 6 on our list is a web host called Free Hosting. What Free Hosting says about their free plan is that the hosting is free, it is not a free trial, and it stays free for life. If you will be adding more and more content to your site, free hosting is probably not a good fit, but the amount of free storage is up to 10 gigabytes, which should be sufficient for most businesses and for most people. What makes this free hosting even more appealing is that it comes with unlimited bandwidth, so, as your traffic grows, you will not have an issue. In addition, free hosting also provides a control panel and site builder. There is a catch, however. You will need a domain name. Most free hosting comes with a free domain, which is technically a subdomain. Free hosting does not have this option. A .com domain presently costs about $14.99 a year. Free hosting charges about $19.99 a year. Number 7 is WordPress. WordPress claims to have free hosting. It is not free. It starts at $2.99 a year for the hosting plus the cost of a domain. The price is for a year, then the cost goes to $6.99 per month if paid yearly for the basic plan. For the first year, you get a great deal, but after that, you are paying more than you should. Because WordPress advertises free web hosting that is not free and overcharges after the first year, you may not want to put them on your list. Next is one of Mr. P's favorites. The web host is called Webador. The site builder is one of the easiest to use and one of the best. Webador is free and stays free. It includes a free domain, which is a free Webador subdomain. You have no limit on pages, which means unlimited storage, and unlimited traffic, which means no limits on bandwidth. Everything you need and more, all your tools, are readily available on your side panel, and page creation is drag and drop easy. You also have free SEO tools, visitor stats, and a free video and free image library and a blog option. You are limited to 2 websites. Mr. P has been a Webador user and fan for at least a couple of years, and recommends that you consider putting Webador high on your list. Number 9 on our list is a host called 50 Webs. The free hosting does not include your domain. Domain costs are low, however, the storage and bandwidth are also low. Their free plan is ad-free and includes up to 500 megabytes of storage, which is easy to outgrow, and the bandwidth allowance is 5 gigabytes per month, which is too low. The hosting is excellent, and you will have what you need to get started, but due to limited storage and bandwidth, Mr. P feels that you can do better, so does not recommend that you put them very high on your list. Number 10 on our list is free web hosting called Freehosta. Freehosta does not include a free subdomain. Their storage has a 250 megabytes limit and the bandwidth is limited to 6 gigabytes per month. Both are quite low. Freehostia's free plan does include all the tools you will need as well as a control panel. The quality of their hosting is excellent, but the limits are low. Mr. P does not recommend that you put Freehosta high on your list. Next is a host called 5GB Free. The storage is adequate for most users, and the bandwidth is unlimited along with other free features. Unfortunately, at the time of this post, this host was not available. Number 12 is called Host. They claim to be the fastest free host, which is a real plus because it means that pages load faster. The storage is 1000 megabytes, which is 1 gigabyte, which is easy to outgrow. The bandwidth is 50 gigabytes per month, which can prove to be insufficient later on. Everything else, however, is comparable to paid hosting, such as a control panel and an email box. The hosting and service is excellent. Because of all the features that are included for free, along with a free subdomain, Mr. P feels that Host may be worth checking out, keeping in mind the limits on storage and bandwidth. Our next web host is Free Hosting EU. Their free plan comes with a free subdomain, 200 megabytes of disk space, which means storage space, and 4 gigabytes of bandwidth. You can have up to 5 free subdomains, and Free Hosting EU includes PHP 5, along with MySQL, and instant activation. The hosting is excellent, but the low storage space and bandwidth mean that Mr. P does not recommend that you put this host high on your list. Number 14 is an oldie but a goodie, which is a host called Weebly. Weebly began creation in 2006 and was launched in 2007. At that time, Weebly had a site builder that was extraordinary. It was miles ahead of every other host. Weebly is still a superb host and the site builder is one of the best. It is drag and drop easy. Weebly offers unlimited bandwidth on all plans, whether they are free or paid. Weebly has a free subdomain. The main drawback is that Weebly has a storage limit of 500 megabytes for the free plan. As you probably have already guessed, it is easy to outgrow 500 megabytes of storage, so as good as Weebly is, Mr. P still does not recommend putting it high on your list. Our 15th web host is called X10 Hosting. This includes a free subdomain, along with control panel. The free plan is limited to 500 megabytes of storage, which means that Mr. P is not recommending that we put this host high on our list. Our next host is called Wix. It has one of the best site builders on the internet, which is drag and drop easy and very user-friendly. Everything about the Wix free plan is terrific except for storage and bandwidth. Storage is limited to 500 megabytes, and bandwidth is limited to 500 megabytes, which is simply not enough. So Mr. P suggests that we put Wix at or near the bottom of our list. The 17th host on our list is AltaVista. AltaVista Hosting offers what is called a managed WordPress site, which is on a par with paid WordPress hosting. With AltaVista, WordPress is our only option. It is already installed. Your free hosting comes with unlimited storage, unlimited bandwidth, optimized PHP, which maximizes performance and security. SSL is also included, a free subdomain, plugins, auto backup, web push notifications and more. Mr. P has been an AltaVista user for years. Mr. P suggests putting AltaVista at or near the top of your list. Number 18 is FreeHost, which will show up as Pro Free Host. You are limited to 5 GB of storage, which may be adequate for most users. There is a free subdomain, unlimited bandwidth, a control panel, a website builder, and more. If you are not going to be adding more and more content to your website, free host is worthy of considering. Number 19 is a host called Googie Host. A subdomain is included, along with a control panel, but the storage is limited to 1 GB, and the bandwidth has a cap of 100 GB. Based on low storage, Mr. P suggests that we do not put Googie high on our list of free hosts. Number 20 is a web host called 000 Webhost. The free hosting is limited to begin with, and it is only free for 1 year. This is not a host that Mr. P is recommending, however, it is being shared with you, so that you are aware of what you can run into when searching for free hosting. Next is your free surprise bonus, which is a little extra information about free web hosting that might help you. You may already be aware that you need to be careful when considering free hosting. Be careful of bait and switch. You may also be aware that some free hosting is designed for you to outgrow, which is why Mr. P has put so much emphasis on storage and bandwidth, and which is why you need to be critical of the amount of storage and bandwidth. In many cases, should you outgrow your free hosting, your costs will probably be 2 to 5 times more than you should be paying. In other words, virtually unlimited hosting should cost between $3 and $4 a month, not $20 a month. Choosing the right host is not easy, so do your research and do your best to make a good decision. I hope you will find this video to be of help. If you are finding value in this video, consider giving it a big thumbs up, thank you, and consider joining Mr. P's channel so he can let you know when new uploads are made. Thank you for watching. Consider watching this video next.